So you became wealthy?
Yeah.
People?
Wealthy, rich.
Who became wealthy?
To defend yourself from the rest
Nobody
of the world?
became wealthy. Most Jews.
What do you mean?
You talk about Antwerp now. The Jews that do dive.
And America,
but that's because. But that also is Greek people who arrived there and worked their ass off and made money in the moment that the American economy grew.
So because it was the only thing you could do, you were allowed to do because nobody
No, they were allowed to do
anything
whatever
else.
they wanted in America, but they didn't go after the gold rush because they were not people who worked with their hands. They were people who were lawyers and
No, but there are all these stories, like in Europe, like in the medieval times also. It's like
because they were educated.
No wanted anywhere.
They were educated, so they could. They never worked
They
the
could
earth.
read and write.
But the farmers were much more rich than them.
And rich and handle money. That's
Yeah.
the only thing they could do. That's why.
Yeah, but they could do it also because they could read and write, and a lot of people in the Middle Ages couldn't.
They were educated.
And they said also they took little kids and eat them.
Yeah.
Did you do that, guys?
I saw that.
Personally, I do it every Friday.
It's called Shabbat dinner.
It's called Shabbat dinner. I go and hunt little yellow, blonde Dutch kids. Yellow Dutch kids. And I, cook them. I grill them. We have a special thing.
But you heard that, right?
Of course,
Where
that is the
comes
blood
from.
stories, because that has to do with, Hitler didn't invent everything. He, leaned on some urban legends that were existing before. And that is one of them. They always hated Jews for being small, closed in their own society, and...
Big noses.
Yeah, big noses. That part I can't argue with, unfortunately. That is true. He was right. But
I just have a question. I'm your friend.
Yeah.
We know each other since 20 years.
yeah.
Really?
So
20
I'm
years?
about to die, and besides me there is a Jewish, which you don't know at all, and you have to save one of us. Your friend, which is not Jewish, and the Jewish one. Who do you save?
It's a hard question.
Good
That's
question.
a good. Touche, Jorge. That's good. That's getting.
See, I know the answer.
What is the answer?
My answer? My best friend. My good friend.
I would have.
Well, he's thinking about it.
I would think about it, absolutely. I think we have responsibility.
You would say, sorry, can you read and write?
Guy.
No, he would say, like, what is your bank account?
Can I invest in you?
I would have a hard time there.
Do you know, like, jokes about Jews?
I mean, I would have a hard time with killing anybody.
No, but
but,
women cannot remember jokes. It's seriously true. We can't remember jokes.
And women cannot drive either.
No, we have to write and left.
You definitely cannot drive. You have a relationship with that? Wait, that's interesting. You're in a relationship?
Seems to be
I'm not in a
discussable.
relationship.
Are you working on a relationship?
You have a
Not
friend.
working on anything.
Are you having a thing
I'm having a thing.
in Groningen?
Yes, in Colombia.
Not with your dog?
Not with my dog. Not
With
with,
the-
with a real life person.
With a Dutch guy?
Yes.
With a Dutch guy.
Wait, is he famous?
Maybe.
Is he female or male?
Male.
Is he,
Is he female or male?
Connection. Did he flirt with you first? Because maybe it's a hetero thing what Dunja was talking about before.
Could you give me insight?
The level of flirting with Dutch guy and getting who star and
I don't know actually who was first.
Did you have the beard when you flirted with you?
No. However, he's the only person
since then he doesn't say
that actually likes it.
We all like your beard.
No.
Yeah,
I would like
I
your
like
beard.
it, and
We
you know
all
you're
told
the
you.
only person who
It's
actually
very
has
soft.
quite a soft bit.
Relationship is a decision.
I think this is a
Relationship
disaster.
is a disease.
Yeah, a relationship is a decision.
Bullshit.
No, but then again we come back to this cheating thing because then it's a, that's.
But
If
I
it's
don't
so
get
strong-
it. I have to
if
understand
it's so
something.
strong.
Why is it so complicated? Do you like this guy?
Yeah, I like it.
Does he like you?
I think so.
So what's the problem? Why are you
There
not
is no
like?
problem.
But why is it not like right away 2 bank accounts turning into one, moving in together, going for it? Right?
Jew.
I don't know him yet.
The bank account.
No, I don't get it. I don't get
Because
it.
I don't know him yet.
So what? You like?
I don't. Yeah, I like him because it's it's a first impression.
But maybe you like being alone as well.
That's
and then
also
you
very
will
true.
try
That's
to
also
figure it
very
out,
so
I guess.
boring. I cannot.
Guy,
Why?
you've
How
never,
do you know?
not-
You
you've
haven't
never been alone.
You
So how do you
haven't
know?
been
I've been
alone,
2 months
guy.
alone now.
No, you
No,
haven't
it's
been
different.
alone.
Guys,
Guys,
it's
no,
different.
no.
There is-
Absolutely, we don't agree
I
with
think
that.
guys
No
need to be
way.
kicked out of this group.
There is
No way.
there is nothing nice
No
about being
way.
alone. There's nothing nice about having dinner
That's
alone.
not
There is.
There
That's
is
true.
nothing nice
How
about
do you know?
You don't know it, guy.
There is nothing nice about masturbating yourself to sleep. There is
What?
nothing nice.
I love masturbation. Viva masturbation.
Completely. I masturbate everywhere. That's bullshit.
You are the typical boring, mature human being.
How
It is
dare you.
So boring. It's much nicer to be together with people.
No,
Different.
Yes,
You
so
need
wrong.
distance.
Something completely different.
You have no idea you've been locked
You
in
need
a
a
relationship
perspective.
forever.
Yeah,
You
distance.
no idea.
You know one thing.
Distance, closure.
You know distance to miss the person. You know distance to realize what this person is. You know distance to meet this person again and start all over again.
You
Yes.
know this.
You know, you need.
I also
You have to repeat that whole speech, Jorge, because it told
Cheers! You need distance.
to distance.
To distance.
No, but yeah, guy. I mean, me. Even if I'm in a relationship and I was in a long-term relationship,
Of 2
I also
months?
need my fuck off, darling. 3 years. Proud. The
12 years.
Well, that's not really a relationship. That's arguable. but even within a long-term relationship, I need my time alone.
That's because
I needed
you
it
are
always.
scared of really giving yourself awake all the way.
That's
Oh,
rubbish.
No,
that's
maybe some
rubbish.
What,
guys.
what?
I tell you what I think. You don't trust the other person to accept you for who you are. Listen, you think about it. You don't trust the other person to accept you for who you are. You don't trust the other person to accept you for your ugly parts as well. The fact that I can be in a relationship and still have 3 hours alone.
Wait a second, guy. How about, I mean, you completely, I think when I hear you talk, and it's also not that I don't have a relationship right now, but,
Well, let's not
whatever.
go there.
No, well, you can, whatever. Maybe it's not for everybody. You know, maybe you think this is right for you, because this is something that you feel is good. And when
I
I,
find
hear you
it
talk,
painful.
I think, hey, maybe that's true, yeah.
I
it's
find
true,
it.
maybe
I tell
somebody
you,
doesn't
Eva,
accept somebody
I
else.
find it painful. Put your hand down. I find it painful
I still-
to see a friend of mine
Yeah.
in love and not daring to express it and just
Yeah.
and just
You're right.
say
But
like,
wait a
I love
second,
you
why you
and
say now
I
you're right,
wanna-
before you said he was wrong?
No,
he said
I-
it just
no,
in different
I'm not-
words,
no.
But
the
what
same
happens?
thing.
What happens when you love more than one and more than two?
Oh yeah, that's of course getting complicated.
That becomes promiscuity.
No, but
does
that's
it?
true. We are able to share ourselves to the world, Dunya. No, it's like you can fall in love with one, with two,
That's
with
never
Yeah,
happened
that's
before.
true.
That's
Yeah,
never
I
happened
have
to
fallen
me.
in love also.
If
with
it
more
would happen
people.
to
Now
me,
we
I
can
would
talk about
argue.
ego.
and then it becomes a problem. Anyway, I think I've been so long with somebody, which is 12 years, because of the distance in between.
But that's not being with him.
That's not why you are together.
What does that
for 12
mean?
years.
It's not
It-
being
We
with
would
him.
never be
Everybody
together
decides
so
to
long
is
if
not
there would be this.
It made
not
your
this
relationship
distance.
easier, maybe, but you are together.
Not at
with him.
all. That's exactly the opposite. It
You
makes it
are-
more difficult, and probably that's why we are still together.
No, you are together with him for 12 years, not because you
Because he's
leave
rich.
and come. Because he's gonna be rich.
Because of the bank account.
Because he's gonna be very rich one day, and
maybe
that's why
you are
I'm your
in
friend. But that's something else.
This is what I learned from you, City.
I mean, think about it. You spend more time with Guy than with your boyfriend.
But I think,
true.
But I think you are together.
You live with him. Live with him. Join your bank accounts.
But I think you are together with him for 12 years, not because of the distance, and not because you are holding up. The opposite. You are with him for 12 years because your spirits match.
Oh, fuck it.
There, I said it. Because you have a connection there that I think you will never find with another person ever again.
But that's scary.
Yeah, but that's the truth. Why is that scary? You are more lucky than most people. You are 31 and, and you have
Good one, Guy. Good one.
you are 31
And I'm still younger.
and you have had love for the last longer than 12 years, by the way. Don't try to look cool. I know how many
I
years you
don't
are
think
together.
like that.
And
Oh, shut up.
you are like at least 15 years or 16
think
years together, and you are lucky. Why is that a bad thing?
So you think you
You're
can-
saying you never dated, like I'm the poor one.
I hear.
You are the poor ones for having to go through this
What is
swamp.
poor? Why do we say that you're
What-
poor
what-
that you
why-
didn't
what-
date?
why
We just said
poor?
you didn't date. We didn't say that
Sorry,
you're
but
poor.
I like being single. What's wrong with that?